Like, I'm old, but my back is like 50. Yeah, that's mine. Literally like 70 years old, and I'm only 21.
But I'll be on it always, always and
Hey guys, I'm coming to y'all from the bathroom, of course, but right now I am in. I'm about to get a procedure done because June 14th, June 15th of this year, I had herniated my L4 to S1, which is like the lower part of your spine, and I had a herniated disc. I'll explain more later, but right now I've been checked in and everything to get a procedure done. I'm getting a epidural steroid shot in that area because I have like numbness and tingling down both legs and stuff like that. So I haven't been able to eat. And if you know me, you know I love food. And I have not been able to eat for over 8 hours. I'm starving. I'm thirsty. All because I'm gonna get anesthesia for this procedure. So I will see y'all later. Like, I'm not gonna be able to film much from this, but I will do like more in-depth talking to explain more to y'all. But I'm gonna see y'all after this. Last time you saw me, I was basically in the doctor's office. I was about to get a procedure done called the fluoroscopy with sedation. So basically what that is just what I got done was they used the instrument. I'll put like a picture like right here of the instrument. It's like it's kind of like an x-ray thingy, I would say. It's like a big machine looking like thing. I'm gonna put a picture right here to make it way easier for me so you guys can have like a visual. But with that, they went through the epidural space of my lower spine, and they injected steroids in there. And the reason as to why is one of a kind. Well, not one of a kind, but you know how you guys say, you know the saying where it's like, I'm old, but my back is like 50. Yeah, that's mine. Literally like 70 years old, and I'm only 21. So basically what happened was on June 15th of 2024, I was making food for my mom to go to work. She was running late. The food was not, the stove was not stove, and it wasn't cooking the food, as fast as I thought it would. She ended up leaving. Food was done. I was cleaning up my room. Literally, I only had like a bag full of paper and empty water bottles, and I tossed the bag out my room door. I didn't bend or nothing, guys. Didn't bend or nothing. I tossed right there, and it's like I just got like a sharp pain, and both of my legs went completely numb. Like, I couldn't feel it. And it's not like pain that was gonna subside or like go away like quickly, because I've had back pain. Y'all know if you have back pain, sometimes it goes away quickly and sometimes it doesn't. And this was one of the pains that were not going away. So I laid on the ground because it's like I said, I lost feeling, and from like my waist down to both my legs to my feet, and it hurt. Like, the pain in my back hurt because I could feel the pain in my back, but I couldn't really like feel my feet. My feet was like tingling and everything. It was just bad. So and it was just me with my son and my nephew and my little brother, and all of them are all under the age of 10. I couldn't leave nobody here to call the ambulance and all of that. So I had to call my sister. My sister ended up calling one of her friends who, thank you again. I couldn't thank her so much. She literally, came all the way out here, 30 minutes, I believe 30 minutes away, and came and got the ambulance call. They took me to the hospital just to find out I had herniated my L4 to S1. And what that means is like, because between, I'm gonna show you a regular spine, and then I'm gonna show you my spine with a L4-S1 herniation. So, you know, our spine is split into sections. So there's the thoracic, which everyone knows is like the main section, and then there's like the lower spine. I'm not in school today. I don't really feel like doing too many medical terms. So I herniated my L4 to S1. So the L4, S5, L5, and S1, all of that was herniated, unfortunately. But it was a benign herniation, which was, it was like not bad. Like it could have been worse, but it wasn't bad. So, you know, they did x-rays, they did MRIs, and they came back and they told me that. And they also said, oh, you have early signs of arthritis in your spine. I didn't really know how to feel, but I was sad because I was asking, I was like, is this gonna, you know, hinder what I want to do in the future, what I want to be in the future, what I'm going to school for? And they said, you know, possibly. So I'm just like out of it. I'm just thinking like, oh my gosh, my whole future is like down the drain. I can't like my mind is not even there. My mind is not there. Like it's not right. It's not straight. I'm thinking like my whole life is over. Like everything that I went to school for, everything that I'm studying is like, there's no point because I'm not gonna be able to do the job. So they told me that they had to keep me in the hospital because I couldn't feel my legs, and I could feel a whole bunch of tingling, and it was spazzing really bad. So they tried having me to stand up. I couldn't walk. I couldn't, you know, use the bathroom by myself. I needed assistance with literally everything. Hence, my walker right here. It was that bad. I had to have a walker, a wheelchair, a shower chair, an elevated toilet seat to make, it's just something you put on the toilet to make it higher so you can sit and not hurt your back. I had all these things because it was that bad. Like I literally like injured my back so bad. So that was the 15th. I stayed in the hospital from Saturday the 15th all the way to Tuesday the 17th. I believe that's a Tuesday, the 17th. And I was in the worst pain of my life. Like my right leg, any movement I would make, my leg would like shake. Like it was like this, like this. My leg was not stable. It was like this consistently. Like I couldn't really do nothing. Like, and I had to leave work. Because, you know, they said there's no exact time frame of when this was gonna stop or when I was gonna heal. So I didn't want to, you know, give my employer an exact date of me coming back. So I'm just like, I gotta go because I don't know when I'm gonna come back. So after that, you know, on the 21st, I couldn't like walk or do nothing, none of that stuff for a good 6 days. A good 6 days. But on the 7th day, and this is why I love Jesus so much. I love Jesus. I love God. I love him so much because he does things in the most unexpected time frame, especially when you have faith in him. On the 7th day, I like really gave up. Like I had no hope. I was just feeling like everything was lost. Everything was done. But I still kept doing my homework for school because I was like, by all means, I'm gonna still do what I want to do with my life. But, you know, I was so devastated. I was so sad. And I had went to the bathroom. My mother had took me to the bathroom. And as I was coming out the bathroom, I was trying to, you know, be independent because I was trying to walk by myself, which was a bad idea. But I was using my walker and I was walking and I just, you know, like I said, my legs were shaking every step of the way. It was like this, both of them like this. It was like, it was not cute. It was very bad. So my mom was obviously by my side. She did not let me go. You know, she just held her hand around my waist every step of the way from her room all the way to my room, with anything I wanted to do. I couldn't even get myself food. It was that bad. So on the seventh day, I gave up. I mentally gave up, and I was crying. I was crying really bad. And my mom was just holding me. She was like, you have to pray. You have to be grateful for, what is. I'm still alive. I still have, food. I have a support system. Some people go through things like this and they have no support system, but I have a support system. So she told me to be grateful for what you do have, and to, don't see this short time of difficulty to be, or to make it feel like, oh, difficulty, and make it be like, oh, this is my life. And it's not your life. Because, with the doctors telling me that, oh, we don't know how long it's going to take for you to heal. You may not be able to do what you want to do. You may not be able to go to school for that. You may have to find another profession. And I was just like, this is what I wanted to be my entire life. Ever since I was a child, I knew I wanted to be a surgeon. Nothing else, just a surgeon. That's what I wanted to be. And with this thing, it's like a hindrance now. So my mom prayed with me. We prayed, we sat, we prayed, and she reminded me that, if God could raise the dead, if he made my body, he obviously can heal it. I just have to have faith and I have to have patience. So I did. Okay. So I forgot where I left off. Yeah, we prayed. So my church holds these things for like young adults and youth, and my sister had went to one of these and I couldn't go because of my injury. So that night the pastor held a segment, and the prayer was basically, he's like, hold the hand of the person next to me. I was in my room. I was sitting in the dark, and basically I was like, God, I hold your hand. I pray that, the same way, because I took that chance. I kneeled on the floor. I took that chance, regardless of the pain or whatever. I bowed myself down to the Lord, because I was seeking for him. I was seeking for his help. So I surrendered everything, regardless of the pain I was feeling. I said, Lord, I come to you, I come to you now, and I'll hold your hand. I pray that the same way I came on this floor, I will not get up the same. I refuse to get up the same. I refuse to be in the same pain, everything. So I stand up. And at first I didn't notice. At first I did not realize, I didn't notice, but I stand up. I stand up perfectly fine. So I stand up and I'm like, okay, I sit back down in between my walker, and I didn't really notice it. So then I'm like, did I just stand? It hit me like a few seconds. I'm like, did I just stand? So I was like, okay. So I bent over, because like I couldn't do none of that stuff. So I stood up in front of my mirror right here, and I bent over. I touched my toes. I did jumping jacks, and I was like, oh. I'm like, I could move. I'm like, I could walk. I could move. I could do stuff for myself. So I was in a room by myself, and my mom was mopping the hallway, and I went in the hallway. I was like, Mom, I could walk. She's like, oh, yeah. It's good. She didn't pay no attention. My little brother and my nephew was like, Mom, she can walk. And then my mom, she started singing, and then her friend had came, my auntie had came. Because like I told you, I have a really, really amazing support system. So she had came to help my mom with me. She walked in, I walked out, and I was like, I could walk. She started crying. Everybody started crying. When the realization came, we started crying. Not tears of like sadness, but tears of joy. Like, God can really answer prayers, especially if you believe, if you have faith. He can really answer prayers. But that's that part. God really did his big one, and that's why I will forever worship and praise Jesus Christ. And that's why, don't ever give up on nothing. Like, give God time. And always have faith, because without faith, it's nothing. Like, but after that, I had did some, obviously, even though, God heals you, God healed me, but I still had pain. Obviously, I could walk. What I wanted was to walk, to be independent, but there was still, you know, a little bit of pain. So I had to go to a pain management specialist, because I had a pain management specialist, I had a physical therapist, I had a neurologist, and did I say a spine specialist? I had a spine specialist. So I had all these specialists, just one me, I had all these specialists to, you know, check me, to check my spine, to make sure everything was fine. And doing all these things, obviously, now I'm better, I'm fine. I had gotten the shots, I had got the fluoroscopy done, and I was sedated. That's why I couldn't, like, after the video, I really couldn't do much, because I had gotten sedated. I could not do it. I don't. So all in all, the experience so far, from the beginning, really bad. But again, I have hope that I'm gonna be what I want to be, what I'm going to school for, and I know that because there is God. So I know that at the end of the day, you know, He's not gonna let me down. He hasn't let me down, and I know that He will not let me down. And I had to do something called before I was able to get the fluoroscopy, I had to do a EMG. Most uncomfortable experience. They take like little needles. If you ever done dry needling, because I've seen that it was compared to dry needling, and even my doctor told me that, she's like, yes, this is compared to dry needling. If you've ever done that, it's like they put the needle in your muscle and they like turn it. They put the needle in your muscle, they turn it in there to get signals to the computer, and then they do this, what I'm gonna call shock therapy. They put this thing on your legs, because you know when you go to the doctor, they want to test your reflexes, that thing that they use. No, that's what they're doing. They do it worse. They put the little pads, you know, on your leg from your knees all the way down, you know, the specific areas, and they send an electric current. First they do, she did it a little bit. I didn't really feel it. The second time I felt it. The third time, my whole leg, boom, off the table. Like, it just off the table. And I was like, what's going on here? I tried recording that, but I wasn't allowed to record in a room because, you know, I couldn't record the neurologist. So, but all in all, that is what happened, and that is my experience. And I just feel like I'm probably going to talk more about this because a lot of people, most people are around our age, around my age, like, you know, early 20s. We complain about back pain and we don't know that slowly we are herniating a disc in our spine, and we don't even know that. And some people, they have like really bad experiences with a herniated disc. But me, my experience was 50-50. Like, it was bad in the beginning, but then I had hope, and then there's God, and at the end of it, it became so much better. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to walk today, because I have seen some other people on TikTok who, they still can't really walk normally like they used to before. Some people still deal with excruciating pain every second of the day, and I don't deal with any of that really, and I just want to thank God for that. So thank you if you stayed till the very end. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.